Hi everybody, I'm Jocelyn Maminta, just stopping by the show today because I want to introduce to you Mrs. Teresa Dufour. It's great to have you back.
Thanks,
How
Jocelyn.
good does that sound, Mrs. Dufour?
I'm into it. Yeah, you know, it was a long time coming, so now we'll stick with it. So I'll be Teresa Dufour on air.
Oh, that's so great. You have some fabulous pictures you want to share with us.
Yeah, it was a great wedding. We got married on New Year's Eve. We had the reception at 6 o'clock at the Basilica of the Immaculate Conception in Waterbury. It was just really beautiful. Everything I had wanted.
Okay, you know, in every wedding, oh, here's the picture of you and Dad.
That's me and my dad walking down the aisle.
Okay, as you're walking down the aisle, what are you thinking? Are you trying to absorb everything?
It was like the paparazzi, Joss. There was pictures and flashes everywhere, and every familiar face really I ever saw was right there looking at me. And the thing is, it's a 140-foot aisle. It is a huge church. It's one of 2 basilicas in the entire state. So
Beautiful
it was
church.
really just breathtaking. My dad, I think, was a little nervous. I had to calm him down a little bit.
Did he say something to you as you're walking down?
He said, be good to him, and then he handed me over to Brandon, and I don't know what he said to Brandon, but
here you are with Brandon
here we
at the altar.
I had my train extended a couple feet
how
beyond
long of a
chapel
train
length.
did you have?
Typically chapel length, I'm not sure how long that is, but I had it about 3.5, 4 feet, a little bit longer. Same with my veil.
Okay.
And that's where that was Father Bevins. He was he did the whole mass.
Is he somebody that you've grown up with?
Yeah, that's the church we've been going to most of my life. So it was.
And there you are.
And there's the happy couple
after the wedding.
Right after we walked down the aisle before we got into our little Rolls Royce. This was just minutes. We were married about 2 minutes there.
Well, let's talk about the wedding gown.
So well, the wedding was great. I worked with Mary Ella's Creations in Rocky Hill. The first dress was an allure bridal that I had some, you know, custom touches added to it, especially the veil, which I loved. It was one of a kind. It was covered in Swarovski crystals, and I had a blusher in front of me. And then on some other pictures, we did a costume change halfway through. I had a pretty elaborate first dance. So this dress was a huge ballroom gown, which I just couldn't possibly walk around. And so we did, here's the introductions. This is still the first one.
This is the first gown, correct?
This is right where we were announced. We had a great...
and the reception was at a beautiful place.
This is at the Palace Theater in Waterbury. So what's kind of unique about the introductions here is that our friend Chris Velarde did them for me. He has this incredible voice as if he's like an announcer. So we did a 1994 Chicago Bulls theme. All the lights went out, smoke and fog came, the lasers came, and then you hear Chris Velarde, which is like the voice of God doing these introductions. So this was the last one there, the first time we were introduced as Mr. and Mrs. Brandon Dufour.
Yes.
And then the reception was great. It was a packed house there at the Palace. We had a wonderful caterer, Emily's Catering in Bristol.
Well, you did something really unique.
Yes.
Yes, you really did. So tell everybody what you did.
Well, we decided that we weren't going to give menu items or menu choices, so everyone just kind of got served everything. It was a choice, a duet plate. It was a surf and turf. It was pretty cool.
It is cool. And what was so cool is that there was a write-up and video in Barbara Curran's Java column, as well as the New York Times article and video.
I think it was just such a great love story. Brandon and I met right here on Connecticut
I remember
Style.
that.
You were here.
I was here.
So we have a couple more pictures that we'll take a look at. This. It actually snowed at our reception.
It was
a winter wonderland. So we did our first dance.
There's a familiar face right there.
That's our friend Gil Simmons and my other best bud, Darren Sweeney. The weathermen are having a great time there on stage. There was definitely some light flurries that night.
But prior to that, though, you did a dance.
Yes, our first dance. We were taking dance lessons for months. Oh, you can notice here, Joss, this is the second dress. This was a custom-made Lazaro gown.
Is this shorter?
It's still long. It was more like a mermaid. And then that was my...
And the cake was what kind of flavor?
It was white chocolate with raspberry mousse. It was delightful. They saved the top top piece for us, so we'll have that, I guess, on our one-year anniversary.
Right? You put it in the freezer?
Yeah, that's it. And then this is kind of just the shot of the New Year's Eve celebration getting underway. We had a digital clock there kind of counting the countdown until midnight. We had these glamorous chandeliers and glowing tables. It was a night to remember.
And you are glowing because you just got back from your honeymoon, obviously. Where did you go?
We were in Petite St. Vincent, which I learned is in the Grenadine Islands. You fly to Barbados, you take a little plane to Union Island, and you take a boat to this little private island, a little resort. We got into a couple of adventures there. but it was spectacular. And here I missed some cold winter,
Oh,
cold
you
weather,
did.
huh?
You're so lucky, really. But you look fabulous.
Well, thank
and
you,
I just want to
Josh.
wish you and Brandon so many, many, many happy years together.
Oh, thank you. And so thank you so much for being here.
You are welcome.
All right, well, we have a great show ahead today. Abby Stokes is here to share a cheat sheet so you can spend quality time with your grandchildren online. And over in the kitchen, fitness pro Ellen Barrett shares a new recipe from the 28 Days Lighter Diet book. And Tracy Walton, who has been nominated for Best Male Performer in New England, he'll be performing over on Stage 8. So, to our Facebook friends, Kathleen Hessman and Pietro Benzi, and all of you watching, sit back and relax. You're having lunch with style.